Every time I see your face, I fall more in love with you. And literally, I was 16. What did I know about love? Hey, I'm Bebe Rexha, and these are my first with NME. The first artist I have fell in love with, that is really a hard one. I really loved Gwen Stefani, and I loved No Doubt. I loved her quirkiness and her voice, and she seemed so much different than the other girls that were out there when I was growing up. And I liked how she was badass, and she was just this like tomboy, but she was super pretty, and I don't know, I loved her. I loved her vibe. My first CD I ever bought, like for myself, was Lady Gaga, The Fame. Yeah, it was one of my favorite albums. I could not stop listening to it. I was obsessed. One of my favorite songs off of that album was Paper Gangster. Don't want no paper gangster. Like, her stuff was so different at the time and fresh, and I feel like she really changed the projection of pop music at that time, so that was really cool. The first band I was in was a girl band, and our name was Alluria. And it was me, my friend Melanie, and my friend Melissa. It was the three of us. We were a girl band, and we would stay after school writing songs, thinking of concepts, outfit ideas. It was really exciting, and it made me happy. I would stay after school for like 3 hours, and we would just write and write and write. And we used to record ourselves on these little tape recorders, and now I wish I could find those tapes and those cassettes because they're really cute. The first gig I went to, I would have to say, was Missy Elliott. I think I snuck into like this event, and she started performing, and she had these four dancers behind her, and they started dancing in slow motion, and I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And yeah, Missy was very inspiring to me. Wow, I wasn't allowed to go to festivals, and plus I think my parents couldn't afford them. So I didn't go into a festival until I actually performed at a festival. So yeah, but I could tell you the first festival I performed at, I did Lollapalooza with the Black Cards, which was a band I was in with Pete Wentz at the time. The first song I ever finished writing, I started writing poems when I was 8, and there was so much, so I can't remember exactly, but I can remember one of the first songs. And it was the longest title. It was called Boy You Know I Love You. It was called Boy You Know I Love You. And I was really into like neo at the time, and like neo soul, the genre. And I had this piano that I bought from Costco, and I begged my dad to get it for me, and I was learning how to play piano, and yeah, it was like, it was like, boy, you know I love you, you know I really do. Every time I see your face, I fall more in love with you. And literally, I was 16, what did I know about love? The first live gig I ever played, like first ever live gig, was when I was in this wedding band. And yeah, I was in a wedding band. I know. But first live gig that I played, I think it was when I was in the band with Pete Wentz, when we were doing the Black Cards. It was in upstate New York. First time I heard my song on the radio, I think I was in Kentucky, and I was at a gas station at like 1 a.m. and I wanted to run inside to buy some candy into the gas station, and when I came back out, my manager had opened up all the windows and was blasting "I Can't Stop Drinking About You" when it got added to a radio station. I think there's a video out there on the internet somewhere. I was literally like, I was so happy, I just couldn't believe it. It was like the best time ever. First thing I'm going to do after my album is released is take a trip and never come. I'm just kidding. The first thing I'm gonna do when my album's released is celebrate. It's been 3 years in the making, and it's like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and just have a good time. I'd love to take a trip somewhere, like to like a beach or something, but really right after that, then I'm gonna just start preparing, hopefully, for a tour, and start working on the new album. Thank you so much for watching my first on NME. I hoped you liked it.